Hey, what's up, guys? It's Fulky here. I just want to give a shout out to Boogie Bentley, Dauber, and the Indie Kid over at the Talkin VAWLS network on YouTube. Keep doing your thing, guys. Go VAWLS.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS channel. My name is the Indie Kid. Bringing you another basketball video as we gear up for Tennessee basketball. Starting the year, the basketballs take the court this Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time on the SEC Network, plus against Lenoir-Rhyne, their first exhibition game of the year. And then their first regular season game of the year will be Tuesday, November 9th against UT Martin at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on the SEC Network. Just want to bring you a video today. We're going to kind of look into this schedule. We're going to break it down, which is an impressive schedule that they put together, especially considering the non-conference schedule. Your conference schedule is what it is, but going to just break down this whole schedule. What do we take from it? What stands out about it? But, you guys know the drill. Before we get into that, make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe. And just be on the lookout this week. I know Boogie will be dropping some videos regarding football. We'll have our Tuesday night live show recapping the Alabama game from this past weekend and talking about, obviously, the program moving forward. But and then the plan right now, Dauber and I are planning on going live Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time to preview the Tennessee VAWLS basketball roster. But let's get into it, guys. The 2021 schedule, it's official, times, networks, everything. There's a little bit of flexibility on some days, but I'm going to share this up. This is courtesy of utsports.com. Let's see here. Here we go. So, again, Saturday, Lenoir-Rhyne exhibition. That'll be nice to see. If you've got ESPN Plus, that'll be available on ESPN Plus. I don't know what you can take out of those games. A lot of times you have more to lose than you have to gain from them, but nice to get that court time. And we'll get to see a lot of these new guys in action. UT Martin, then ETSU. Curious to see what kind of program ETSU's got this year. Desmond Oliver, assistant under Rick Barnes last couple of years, takes over that ETSU program, a program that was kind of in flux last year. A lot of stuff that went on up there. Jason Shea resigned after 1 year. Kind of feel he was forced out. But I don't know. There was a lot that went on. There was a lot of stuff going on there. I think ETSU hit a home run with this hire, getting Desmond Oliver. Excellent assistant under UT. I expect he'll do good things with that program. And then November 20th, 21st. This is what I like. The Mohegan Sun Arena. That's up in Connecticut. Actually, normally used for Bellator MMA. I know they use that arena a lot for some of their bigger cards. But Villanova, North Carolina, or Purdue. I love it. I love these non-conference schedules like this where you play these top-notch programs. Getting into these little tournaments, that'll be the weekend before Thanksgiving. That's the kind of competition that Tennessee really needs. That's the kind of competition they need to play along the way. I'm a firm believer in no matter what it is, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, whatever. You get better playing the better teams. And, you've got to have those games where you can essentially run over an opponent, but you also want to have those teams that's going to test you. Tennessee Tech Presbyterian, which is out of Clinton, South Carolina, about an hour and a half up the road from me. Those should be games Tennessee can kind of handle right there. But then you've got at Colorado. That kind of came about last year when Tennessee was looking for an opponent earlier in the year due to COVID. And then they got with Colorado and agreed on a home and home. Was a good game last year in Knoxville. Expect it to be a tough game again this year in Boulder on December 4th. Texas Tech, I'm kind of curious to see what they're doing this year. They had a coaching change as Chris Beard, their coach, went to Texas and took it over. Longtime assistant, cannot remember the name off the top of my head, took over the program. But Texas Tech has had a strong program for a few years. Almost was really close to winning a national championship a couple years ago. UNC Greensboro, this is an interesting matchup. This is another good team out of the Southern Conference, defending Southern Conference champions. That will not be a walkover. That will not. Tennessee will have to show up in that game. You got to think UNC Greensboro will come in ready. USC Upstate, which is more up around the, I guess up towards Spartanburg, up around that area. Not sure the exact city, town on that. And then December 18th in Nashville versus Memphis. And then Arizona concludes the non-conference schedule. Well, it doesn't conclude it. That's the last in the stretch before conference play. But that's a nice schedule. I like it. Again, Arizona's another interesting program, coaching change. You know, what goes on with that program. But it's Arizona. There's going to be talent that comes in. I like the stretch. I like what they have there. And then conference play starts. It's no joke where it starts out. December 29th at Alabama. That's a Wednesday night. Then you got Ole Miss at LSU, South Carolina at Kentucky, at Vandy. Tennessee's 4 home-and-home opponents, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, Florida, South Carolina. So they'll play all those guys home and home. Actually, I'm wrong on Florida. I was thinking Florida was home and home. Florida is just at home this year. So Kentucky or Tennessee will play South Carolina, Kentucky, and Vanderbilt home and home. Let's see here. And then what will be the last non-conference matchup, January 29th at Texas. Got to think there's going to be some emotion in that one with Rick Barnes, with what he's doing there as many years as he was at Texas. You got to think there's some emotion going to be in that. Well, I know he finally said the time was right to go back. So it's apparently been proposed at some point. But I think Tennessee, if you look at this non-conference schedule and where they come out at, you got to think they got to carry the home court with UT Martin, ETSU, Tennessee Tech, Presbyterian, Greensboro, Upstate, and Arizona. You got to get Arizona at home. I think Arizona will be beatable at home. Those road, there's a few neutral games here and a couple road games as well. Actually looks like the main 2 road games are at Texas and at Colorado. I think that Texas game's probably going to be the SEC Big 12 Challenge. Of course, here in a couple of years, that's a conference game. 2025, we'll see if it's not earlier than that. I wouldn't be surprised if something doesn't come up with, all these conferences adding teams, losing teams. I would think they'll all probably make some kind of, I don't know. I expected it'll happen sooner rather than later on that. But, what does Tennessee do this year with that schedule? And again, I've said it in previous videos, look at their statistics, where they struggled at. This is the kind of teams you want to play to see where your deficiencies are, see where your struggles are, see what you're good at, see what you need to work on. Obviously, that can show up in these lesser games as well. And I say lesser games, don't mean to take anything away from anybody, but teams like UT Martin, Tennessee Tech, Presbyterian, teams that some flaws can show up, but also you should be able to impose your will on those teams. Getting ready for SEC play, I fully expect the SEC is going to be stronger this year than it was last year. I know right now the Kentucky's ranked the highest. The Kentucky model is one that, how does it lend it? Kentucky went more transfers this year. Of course, they're going to bring in their 5 stars. Their recruiting next year is back to Kentucky ways, bringing in numerous 5 stars. Alabama and Arkansas hit that transfer portal too. And Tennessee added Justin Powell. They mainly filled in through just the high school route. But I think it's going to be a strong, strong conference with Alabama, Arkansas, Kentucky. I think Alabama and Arkansas are the two best teams in the conference. I think they're going to be better than Kentucky. I think Tennessee and Kentucky will be similar. And then you got to think LSU. I mean, they've still got, the same coach who somehow continues to survive down there. Auburn's going to be better under Bruce Pearl this year. They had some nice players that they added. Mississippi State, Ben Howland's building a strong program in Starkville. Florida, I'm interested to see Florida because they lost a lot of players. Seems like there's something off around that program. Vanderbilt, South Carolina, I really think that should be 4 wins for Tennessee. And as they play South Carolina in Knoxville on January 11th, at Vandy January 18th, South Carolina in Columbia February 5th, which I'm planning on being there for that since that's an hour up the road, and then Vandy February 12th. That should be 4 wins. Not sure about Missouri. I know they were kind of up and down last year. They kind of bailed out early in the tournament. So I expect Tennessee will be in the top 5 of the conference, if not top 3. I think that's very possible. But improvements have to be made along the way. I think they've addressed all their deficiencies. So my main question is not really point guard. I think they've got that handled. I've still got questions about the low post. I think Fulkerson, if healthy, will do his thing. Does he get help? That's the questions. Brandon Huntley Hatfield, who reclassified, is he ready? Is Jonas Adu ready? Are these guys, some of these guys coming in, you got to think Kennedy Chandler. You got to think potentially Huntley, Hatfield, or one and dones. I think guys like Adu, Mashak, Ziegler, these are more guys you're going to see around for a few years. So I'm excited about this schedule. Again, I love it. I love playing that strong competition. I'm a full-fledged believer in that, building a strong non-conference schedule to see what you're made of for when you get to conference. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Again, Tuesday night, 7 p.m., we'll be live, 8 p.m. We'll be live for our weekly football show. Thursday night, 8 p.m. basketball preview is the plan. And we'll be off next week with the bye week. But as usual, thank you guys for tuning in. My name is the Indy Kid. This is the Talkin' VAWLS channel. In the words of Boogie Bentley, go Big Orange.
The songs how like me, poets sat in our chains, soaking moonlit.